We're here in Indianapolis, Indiana Convention Center. Scouting Combine.
Oh, yeah.
Prospects with us today. The big guys, defensive line,
the
edge
freak
rushers.
shows. These are the
Chris is very
freakiest.
happy to be around guys like this when they don't have license to hit him, although I'm hoping one of them will.
These
Jared Verse from Florida State
ass
joins us
kickers
now.
right here. These are the guys in the locker room that, like, he might not be the biggest, but everybody knows we don't really want to mess with them because pound for pound, they're the strongest, freakiest guys on the football team, maybe other than a great running back every now and then.
And they better know. That's all they have to do. They just need to know.
Now they know.
Look, I'm gonna. Usually, what's off the air stays off the air. But I was impressed by the fact that as soon as you sat down, you took advantage of the time we had to ask Chris for any advice for your career. I thought that was awesome, and I think people need to know that because it's the first time it's ever happened. We've been doing this how many years?
Right.
It's the first time it's ever happened. Now, he's not the guy you should be asking for advice, but it's good that you're at least soaking up every bit of input from anybody you meet. That's the way to do it because it shows you're conscientious, you care, and that's the kind of stuff teams are looking for here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So he looks the part, that's for sure. And I wish everybody could see him because you know me, I'm a big legs and ass guy, right? And this guy's got that. All right. So you can't see it, but I can. All right. So that's there. I like that at any pass rusher. My first thing is, how did you end up at Albany? How did that happen before Florida State?
I was just undersized out of high school. I was around 6'3", 200 pounds, and I was really small, really skinny frame. I was strong. I could bench a lot. I could do all the cool stuff, physically, but I just was not. The size didn't fit the part. You put me in a lot of teams, FBS teams, bigger schools. Even like my only offer was Albany.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. So a lot of teams, weren't looking for a 200-pound guy that played defensive end that only played tight end or wide receiver in high school.
Right. So when did it change? When did all of a sudden, muscles start growing on your ears and everything like that?
It was COVID. I went into COVID, and my dad went. Everything was shut down. Couldn't go to the gyms. I wanted to take full advantage of it. I talked to my dad. He said, okay, my dad's a big, he was in the Marines. He's a big workout guy. It's just part of his routine. So he went, found a guy that was selling a bench. He was selling 215-pound dumbbells, 235-pound dumbbells, a band, and a jumper. Went about a little gym workout set. Brought it home. All I did was I religiously lived on that set. I was there 3 times a day trying to become the best version of myself physically. Ended up going back to Albany in the fall, and a lot of my teammates thought I was on steroids.
Yeah, I bet.
I came back around 245, 250 pounds, and they were like, wow. Who are you? I'm like, but we were roommates last year. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. So COVID was a blessing for you in a lot of ways there.
Yes, sir. You got to find the good and the bad.
Yeah. So you did that. And then, of course, the eating and all of that on top of it, right? Is that something you still have to stay on top of a little bit, right? Are you a guy that has to keep calories in you or you'll burn them off a little?
Yes, sir. I try to watch what I eat. I try not to eat, too crazy anything. I do enjoy, the cheat meal every now and then.
I got to.
I'm human at the end of the day, but, at the end of the day, I still try to maintain my body physically. I work out every day.
Yeah.
Try to hit core, try to hit, everything that's going to help me on the field.
Yeah, you kind of look like, I can't tell totally, but you look jacked and like you got a bodybuilder type body. We're good, 6-pack, everything we got.
You got it right. You got it right.
So when you come back with that extra size,
he's on steroids.
What do you, when it's time to go out and play, like how immediately did you notice, oh, this is different now?
Oh, it was just immediately off the field. I think the first play I was in was a pass play. I was a second string at the time. We ran a little game. I just got free so quickly. I was like, I wasn't able to do this before. Then we do a run play a little bit later. I'm just knocking the guy back. Just my technique was horrible. It was awful at the time.
Just totally raw, just going.
Yeah, but I was not able to knock him back so easily. I was like, oh yeah, this is about to be fun. It's like when you get a cheat character in a video game. You're just able to go do what you want.
Right.
So how long after that does the phone start ringing with schools bigger than Albany?
Oh, I entered the portal, and then the next day, I was officially submitted into it around 7 a.m. I was officially in the portal, so all the teams could finally text me and stuff. Around 8 a.m., I'm getting woken up with calls. I was trying to sleep a little bit, have my little day off, get woken up with calls. Hey, Coach Adam Fuller from Florida State, I got to speak to him. He's like, yeah, we like your film. Spoke to him a little bit. I fit the mold. I fit the profile, the personality that they wanted. I was able to take a visit there, and then I called it my home for the next 2 years.
Wow.
That's great.
Anybody else that you were close to that you almost went to other than Florida State?
I was really close to Tennessee. That was probably my second.
Yeah.
I was really close to Tennessee, USC. I was definitely looking at them also.
Right.
But
You
there was
committed
a lot
to
of
Tennessee once upon a time.
Yeah, I almost went to Tennessee. I went to Texas instead, but I almost went to Tennessee. Right, it's a cool place.
Yeah, it's a nice place. You understand?
Yeah. So you get to Florida State, right? Like, what's the adjustment like right away, right? Because I know you're seeing now it's a different human that's lined up across from you than at Albany.
Yeah, it's definitely. The size is everything like that. I've played big guys at Albany. Like I said, we played Syracuse. So I was no stranger to the ACC.
Yeah.
I knew what they were capable of. Syracuse did do us pretty bad at Albany. But then the biggest was just being an FCS guy. Kind of having all these new, opportunities, all these new resources just to take full advantage of. And me, I was no stranger to taking advantage of anything I was given, any opportunity that was in my way.
Right.
I was living in the training room. I'm there, trying to get the extra work. The weight room Coach Storms was in the weight room all the time, so I just got so much stronger spending my time with him.
So you're all about maximization. You're a Marine. You're a maximization
doing
guy.
everything you can,
Marine, so I just
every
have
waking
to work
moment,
Yeah.
doing all you can to get better all the time. Probably to the point where sometimes you've had coaches say to you, Jared,
like stop being
go
such
home.
a psycho.
Yeah.
Right.
Go home.
Get
Right?
out
Does
of
that
here.
happen? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Jared, take it easy.
Yeah, this
Enjoy
time,
your life.
I'm a verbal player on the field. I get loud. I get hyped up. I get, excited. My coach will sometimes bring me to the side and say, bro, hey, take a little bit. I'm like, no, let's go. Let's do it. He's like, no. And, you got to listen to the coach at the end of the day, so I'll take a little breather every now and then.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so tomorrow we're doing it all. What are we doing?
I'm knocking everything out.
Man, so you're this so far. I mean, we've talked to the whole group. Everybody seems like they're working out
They're ready
for the
to go.
most part.
Yes, sir. Hey, we know what it's about. It's about work. We got a deep, defensive line class here. Everyone knows they have to showcase everything they're able to because it's the only time, you're going to have all the scouts, all the coaches, everyone here, watching you.
So that was it's interesting you said that. So because of it's there's some top tier pass rushers that led you to go, I need to cement my place and show these guys what I am. Here, that added to it.
Even if I was like indefinitely by anybody's board, you looked at it, there was no one close to me out number one edge on the board, I still would have done everything. I've always dreamed of going to the combine, showcasing everything I have, getting on the bench, getting on the 40, getting on the shuttle, L, whatever the drill needed to be. I was always ready to showcase my abilities.
Chop said 4.4. He's gonna run. He's the first one that threw out a number. I was like, I'm gonna go 4.4.
Charles
right?
Blazing, he got that one.
He got that right. So, but what do you give me a range? I don't want you to make yourself uncomfortable. But what are we thinking tomorrow?
If I run a 4.6, I feel
you'd be happy
content.
with that.
I'll be content.
Right. Okay. And you're saying that. I know you're saying that to be humble. You're hoping for a 5. So okay. And
That's
then,
good. Set it. That's right. Set the expectation, then beat the
Yeah,
expectation.
that's right. That's
smart.
right. Okay. And so you 6'4", 260. Did we weigh in
Yes,
the other
sir.
day? Yeah. All right. And then. Like out of all the combine exercises, right? What was the biggest pain in the butt to get ready for?
I think it was the 40.
Yeah.
Because you think you know how to get in the stance, you don't know how to get in the
See,
stance.
isn't it amazing? The easiest exercise that the humans think out there, the 40, because of just how you have to break it down.
Well, once you're running, but it's at
Yeah.
start, and your time is determined by your start.
The
So
start,
that's
the
that first
5
20
steps,
yards. Those last 20 you run. That's your speed. That's indefinitely how your top speed goes.
Right.
Those first 20, it's what are you going to do? What's your technique like? Are you cycling your feet? Are you pulling through? How's your knee drive? How's your hands? That first 20 is the hardest part.
Yeah. All right. Bench. You're doing
Yes,
it
sir.
all.
Knocking everything out.
Damn. I can't wait to see you on bench. I feel like you're gonna do something special there.
Get about 7 or 8.
Hey, 7 or 8. If you do 7 or 8, I'm gonna talk crap about you because I can do 7 or 8. I think I used to be able to.
Who's the quarterback you can't wait to put on his ass?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's definitely the one. Just because that's like, a lot of people, see him as the top quarterback in the league. I feel like there's not too much of an argument you can make it against it. And, to be the best, you have to take down the best. That's definitely the guy I want to go up against the most.
Yeah, he is. He's the man. You're not
he's
wrong in
definitely
saying
the
that. So what about your game on the field? We trying to get better at. Like, what's one thing you've looked at yourself from last year, whatever, and gone, I could be better in this area, or even hearing from some of the coaches you talk to.
Hip fluidity is definitely something I need to work on at the top. I don't think anybody has disagreed with me on that.
Explain that to the viewers. What
at the top of the pass rush, flipping my hips, being able to turn a little bit more so I can get right directly towards the quarterback. Because you don't flip your hips, now you have to turn your whole body. If you have to turn your whole body, you'll get to the quarterback depending on how athletic you are, how much work you put in. But it's still not as smooth as it could have been. Another thing I think, only bad plays I've seen is, an effort play here or there, which I feel like has never been a problem with my play.
Yeah.
But, every now and then it has slipped through the cracks. Just, making sure my effort is maintained throughout the whole game.
Yeah, gotcha.
Who have you gotten the sense is interested? From
I feel like everybody I've met with has hasn't been disinterested in me. I feel like everyone's had a good interest. They've all asked me similar questions. Every team has their own question, you kind of like, okay, like, I don't know where this question came from, but, you have to answer it, honestly. And
what's the weirdest question you've got? You don't have to tell us which team, but what's the weirdest one?
I'll tell you which team, because I think he'll have no problem hearing it. It was Mike McDaniel. He goes, I walked right in the room. He's like, what's your favorite verse to a song? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Like, I don't have a favorite verse to a song.
You're choking under pressure,
he's
too,
like,
right?
you know where I got that question from, right? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? He's like, your last name? I'm like,
Oh, that's
It just completely bypassed my head.
That's exactly the way
That's
that Mike
Mike
McDaniel would think.
McDaniel.
He sat in that chair
Exactly.
yesterday, and we could listen to him all day long. But that's exactly the question he would think.
Yeah,
of.
it is. It is. He's always coming out of left field.
He just got me off guard. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I know. You walk out and you go, damn, I could have been better at that
I
one.
was like, I could have.
I choked under the pressure.
Hey, look at my favorite song. Yeah, this is the one.
What about Florida State? You played some damn good teams. I'm sorry about how the year ended for you guys. That was messed up, right? But at the same time, who's the best player you played against in college football? Who's that guy?
I'm trying to think of a problem guy that just like continuously causes me problems. You know, we played. Jaden Daniels was a great player.
Yeah.
He was a great player when we played him. That guy's fast. That guy can throw the ball. He's a problem.
Right.
Honestly, if I had to nail it down, I'd probably say Ricky Paseo. That's all.
Okay.
He kept catching the ball. Any pass, it was difficult passes. You know, he had a good amount of yards on. He was getting after us. That's a dog right there. He wasn't like anybody that I had to face.
Yeah.
Because of that, but the effect he had on the game that changed. You know,
He
we had
popped
to do
out
this
to
a
you.
little bit different.
What about NFL player right now you idolize the most?
I think Max Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Just
Another
his
Max
relentless
Crosby. Another vote for Max Crosby.
Man.
Everybody loves Max Crosby.
You look at his play style, it's relentless. There's no play you can look at, and he's just like, there's running down sideline. He's just kind of walking with them. That guy is just relentless no matter what.
He is. He is.
So wait, before we let you go, what
Yeah.
was your favorite verse to a song? Did you
still
find
don't
it?
have an answer.
Oh, you
Still
still
don't
have an answer.
have
All right. Well.
I'm gonna get back to you guys on that one. I'm gonna get you
All
guys
right,
that one.
yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
get
get y'all
you.
that one.
We're
All
gonna
right.
see you again. So you'll be ready next time.
Next
all
time,
right?
yeah,
Jared
steroid,
Verse
yeah.
on his way to the NFL. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.